Good afternoon. It is lunchtime today and I have 60 minutes to prepare my lunch and to eat. So for today I am going to have an egg wrap and a Greek salad. And if I'm still hungry for a dessert, I've got some strawberries and yogurt, but depends if I am hungry or not. So I will be showing you my preparation, what I have prepared for my meal, and how I set my table every lunch break. Okay, so I will be starting with my Greek salad. So first I will be chopping the tomato into small cubes. So I'm just popping the, oh gosh. So I have chopped my tomato. Second, I'm going to chop the green pepper. So I chop it into small pieces. I'm going to show you, and I pour it inside the salad. So I've put inside the green pepper. Next, I'm going to chop the cucumber. They are all freshly washed. For the cucumber, I am going to strip it. This is not working. Yeah, so for the cucumber, I am going to remove the skin, peel the skin as I go along, and cut the cucumber. This is my daily cooking. I always prepare a salad, different types of salads, but Greek salad is my best one. But because I am on camera now, I'm feeling quite anxious. So, got all my cucumber inside. So my Greek salad has got 3 items so far: chopped tomato, cucumber and green pepper. Now I am going to season my Greek salad. I am going to season it. So I've got Himalayan salt, and next I will pour the feta cheese inside. I am going to cut the feta cheese into small cubes, and I am going to put it inside. Next I will put on my Greek salad. I'm putting some oregano on my Greek salad. And next I will be putting a couple of spoons of olive oil. Just checking the minutes. Right, so 2 spoons. And then I will be mixing it. So this is my Greek salad ready. And I'm going to put it on my table later on. So now that I'm done with my Greek salad, I am going to prepare my eggs. Next, throwing a little bit of olive oil, breaking my eggs into a different bowl. So I put 2 eggs into a different bowl. I'm going to put pink Himalayan salt into my eggs. I will be putting a little bit of milk, and I usually put a little bit of tomato as well on my eggs. So I'm just quickly going to cut a little bit of tomato so that I can give my eggs a little bit of juice. In the meantime, the fire is on for the pan. I'm going to put this in. The pan is on fire. Mix the egg and so there is 2 eggs, tomato, milk and Himalayan salt inside. The pan is already on fire and it's really hot, so I'm just going to throw it inside. I'll let it cook, and once it is being cooked, I am going to prepare my wrap. So my wrap is high in protein, is gluten-free, because I'm not only gluten-free, but I avoid flour-based food as much as I can. I've actually reduced it to minus 80%. So for this reason, I have the high protein, the gluten-free wraps. So I'm just going to take my wrap. So I've got my wrap on a plate here. Just tidy up a little bit as I go along. Now I'm just going to turn the egg. Just need to make sure it is recording. So my egg is now ready. If you want to be super healthy, I did buy an avocado, but I'm not going to use it today. I am full on and I don't fancy it, and I like the egg taste as well. So I'm going to make the avocado, but if you want to be super healthy, you cut the avocado, you put it inside, and then you put the egg inside. So just putting the egg inside my wrap. I put a little bit of water on the pan so that I can easily wash it afterwards. And I'm going to put a little bit of tomato inside because I like the tomato taste in the wrap. And I am going to wrap my wrap right and I am going to turn it, and I'm also going to cut it in the middle for easy eating. Right, so now my preparation is done, and it took me 9 minutes to prepare my meal. And now I will be taking you into the table where I will be setting the table, and then I will enjoy my meal without you watching at me. So now you have seen all the preparation that happened in the kitchen. I will remind you once more. So I had an egg wrap, a gluten-free wrap, and also have Greek salad and maybe yogurt and some strawberries later for dessert. Now, setting the table. I am not going to take my food and go into my office. I have 16 minutes of my lunch break. So half an hour is my food preparation and cleaning, and 30 minutes is me eating and enjoying my meal. It is a ritual. So next, I am going to set the table. For the purpose of this video, I am going to set the table for two, even though I am only one. So usually I would set for one, but because of recording, I'm going to set for two. First and foremost, I never eat without lighting a candle. Sometimes when I am in a rush, I don't, but predominantly I do. And when I don't, that is the exception and not the norm. So first off, I make some atmosphere because this 60 minutes is part of my life. So I do enjoy a little bit of scent and having a little bit of atmosphere. So second, I am going to lay a mat on both sides. Then I'm going to have plates on each side, one for my wrap and one for the salad. And then I'm going to put my cutlery next to each side. You have proper napkins. I'm just using simple napkin today. Okay, so I have, and then I am going to put my for the water. And because later I have yogurt and strawberries, I'm also going to place a small spoon on my side, and then I will remove this one. I'm going to bring the water for the table. So there's the water for the table. So I have got my Greek salad here, and I have got my wrap. Actually, I'm just going to replace the plate. I still have the same plate, and I'm going to put my bowl for the salad next here. This away, and I will come back to show you what I have done. I've set the table. I've got my Greek salad, I've got a glass of water, I have got my wrap. So a little bit of a teaching moment here I'd like to share with you. I've set the table, and usually this is the norm for me during my lunch break. So my meals are split 3 portions. So half of my plate is the protein, so it can be egg, it can be chicken, or it can be fish. I don't eat red meat. For this reason is the things that I just mentioned. The 1/3 of my plate is my green, which is my salad. In this instance today is the Greek salad. And my other third portion is either fiber or it is legumes. During my lunch break, when I want to keep my productivity high, my meals are quite light and I don't eat until I die because I know I have another 5 hours to go at work. For this reason, my lunches are light, and that is a way for me to use meals in a way that favor me and they don't go against me. Have you noticed sometimes when we have that feeling we eat a lot and then we cannot move? So I usually have my big meals towards the evening, which is around 7 or 8 o'clock. During my lunchtime, my meals are a little bit lighter so that they can go back to work at ease. Now, as you can see, I have set the table. And I'd like to ask you, and this is a little bit of a teaching moment for you. You must have heard the expression, treat me like a queen or treat me like a king. When it comes to food, the old Electra, most of the times what I would do, I would probably just grab my meal and go into my office, and or even worse, sometimes I would eat into my car. Now, I have also seen some other people and friends and people I have been with eating on the bed. There is nothing wrong. Everybody can do whatever they like, but it is better for our digestive system and for our health to eat into this position. It's something to do with the human body that when we eat like this in the seated position, we digest better. For this reason, this is a ritual, and 5 years ago, I started doing this on a daily basis. Sometimes I do it in my bedroom, and that is absolutely fine, but that is the exception and not the norm. It takes me to set a table only literally under 60 seconds. And here I am going to pose a question to you. If the queen was coming into your house and the queen would say, today I am going to come and I'm going to spend 30 minutes with you during the lunchtime. If the queen was coming, would you eat anywhere with her, or would you set the table? Now, I know you would say, if the queen was coming to my house, of course I would set the table. This is the most common answer to this question. And because you are a queen or a king, next time you sit down, please remember to set the table properly with simple and clean plates, simple cutleries, but just sit down and enjoy the meal. Take 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or whatever the amount of time is that you eat. Just set the table and eat. Take that time and consider that time as a ritual. So I am going to pose the question once more. If the queen or the king was coming to spend their lunch hour with you, where would you ask them to sit? Would you ask them to sit at your office or in your bedroom, or would you set the table properly for them? So the same way that you would treat the queen, I would like to ask you to treat yourself the same way when it comes to your lunch hour. I hope you have enjoyed this clip. I hope you have enjoyed the preparation. I am going after this to eat my strawberries and yogurt. I will prepare that next and I will show it to you. Thanks for listening. Okay, so I am going to prepare my yogurt and my strawberries. First off, I've got my yogurt. I'm going to wash my strawberries with cold water, let them rinse. 3 spoons of yogurt. That will be 1 or maybe 4 spoons of yogurt. So I've got the yogurt here. I'm going to bring my strawberries and I'm going to cut the strawberries. I cut the strawberries into 4 pieces and I put them inside, and I will cut 1 more strawberry. Okay, so this is my dessert here. It's strawberry and yogurt, and I am going to eat my food, and then if I'm still hungry, I will have my dessert. I can have this dessert as a snack as well if I would want to. It's very healthy, it's very refreshing. Yogurts make me a bit bloated, so I just maybe 2 spoons or 3 spoons is absolutely fine. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have found this useful.